fam, I made these beautiful rose clay and activated charcoal body bar soaps with only a few ingredients. Want to see how I did it? Just keep watching with My Skin MTO.
So I'm going to cut up, this is some shea butter soap that I had for a while, not a long time, but I was just playing around with it and I said I need to use it. So let's go ahead, and it also has 2 layers, so it's important that you cut this soap. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you do want even pieces. I do have a soap cutter. I typically would not use a knife, but I could not find my soap cutter, so I'm using this large knife. Okay. You want them to be in even pieces. It's kind of already sectioned out for you, but the even pieces actually help it to melt evenly. So I'm gonna cut this up, try to measure it out. Those are kind of pretty even pieces. You can make them smaller than that if you like. If you have some pieces that are a little bit bigger, go ahead and bust those down. And I bought this soap at Hobby Lobby. They had a really good sale. So let's set this aside. All right. So I'm gonna tear that out. Okay, now that I have that all cut up, I'm gonna microwave it in 30-second increments. You can use the double boiler method if that's the type of method you like to use. It's pretty much your preference, but I'm going to melt this in the microwave to kind of speed up the process. You want to make sure this is mixed in really well. Stir this. Now, I'm in tight quarters. Okay, so we do need to add the 0.4 ounces of essential orange oil. You can use whichever oil you want to use. Essential orange oil is what I had on. Is what I had. So, okay, I think I got this. Oh, there's a couple. We'll just keep stirring. change the lid. Tear this out. So here's this is the essential oil that I have. It's the Now brand. Pretty sure people have heard of this one. Alright, so that's the essential oil that I'm adding in. I'm gonna stir this for about 15 seconds. As you see, my mixture did turn green. This is going to serve as our first layer in the melt and pour soap. Alright, so I'm going to set this aside. So one good tip, here's the soap mold. It has 6, 2, 3. A good tip if you're doing soaps or melt and pour soaps is when you pour and you try to pick this up, see how flimsy this is? This is super flimsy. You will mess your soaps up if you need to transport them or move them to a different spot so they can harden. So right now I'm putting it on this. I'm putting this on my cutting board. And when I get ready to do my pour again, all I have to do is just pick this up, and I won't disturb it. Okay, you don't want to disturb it while it's getting hard. Alright, so we're gonna fill this up halfway. Each mold, I'm gonna fill it up about halfway. And pour slowly. After you pour, make sure you spray with rubbing alcohol. This will help bust the bubbles. This is, you don't have to do this, but okay, so we have let the first layer set. It is solid enough. I think it's solid enough for us to start on the second layer. We want to make sure it's not soft. No lumps, no clumps. Okay, let's set this aside. And I'm going to get let me go ahead. And before I this one I hadn't sprayed. I do clean everything with alcohol. When I'm making products, any type of product, I use alcohol to sterilize everything that I'm using. I have cups in here. This one was actually more than 1.5. Let's try it. So you want to eye it just to make sure that it looks pretty even. I have more than one another, but it's okay. All right. So now that we've split both of the bases, or split the base into two, doesn't matter which one you add it to. We're gonna put this one aside. Now remember, working on time. Let me go ahead and check the temperature. I got this at Harbor Freight. It works sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. I just need to get a new one. But it's working today. Alright, let's check the temp. Alright, right now it's reading 130, which is good. It gives me time to let it cool. Alright, so we're gonna mix this in. I don't know if you can see that color. See the color? Alright. I'm gonna mix this in completely. Almost looks like it looks like a rose color rust. And in here I will be putting the Lang Lang. Let's close up so you can see. Sorry if I'm out the frame. Alright, we're going to add the Lang Lang in here. It's not a lot. $127. I don't know if y'all can see that. It says $125. This one may be a little bit cooler. It is $109. $110. Can you see that? So adding the clay to this cooled it down considerably. And this has alcohol in it. So we want to stay between 100 and 120. So I think we'll wait a few seconds. I'll say 100 and 125. So we're at 106 here, 123 here. I can actually feel the heat. I can actually feel the heat coming off of this one versus this one. Okay, so let's go ahead and spray the first layer. We're gonna pour both of these. Try to pour them at the same time in each mold. All right, let's see how this goes. I'm gonna do the white, a little bit of the white. And you want to top it off. I would have had a wooden dowel, but I don't have one. So I'm just gonna kind of, that one might not turn out too good. See how it, this is why you don't want it to be cold. The film on the top. So we'll see. Those designs look pretty. No, I'm not. We'll see. In 4 or 5 hours. Okay, let me go ahead and spray them with alcohol so we can get the bubbles out. And it's adding the alcohol kind of made it disperse a little bit. All right. So that's the first 6. Okay, everyone, I am back. So the soap has hardened and I poured this on a Friday. I went out of town Saturday and now it is Sunday evening, and you don't have to wait that long for them to harden. Let's see what it looks like. Let's take this one out first, and they're coming out really easily. Look at that. That looks nice. I like that. I'm going to be adding these into my body butter boxes and body oil boxes as gift boxes. So I will show you what they look like. So each color has a different fragrance. They smell really good together. Okay, so that's that block. I'm gonna pull out a couple more, a few more. Let's pop this one out. All right, sorry if I'm not in. So yeah, these are the sides. That's the top. And see, you can see the differences, how they all have their own character to them. I think they turned out pretty good. Tell me what you think about it in the comments below. So now this is a bar that I had extra of, my overflow. So I poured it into a round mold. It has no charcoal, But just the colors with the red or the rose and the white, and it kind of did its own little swirl action with me pouring it in there. It really looks pretty on the outside. You can see how the white penetrated through, but it looks really good. No soap will look the same when you're doing stuff like this. So let's cut the water on so you can see. Wet my hands. So this side, you'll get the benefits from the activated charcoal. And it lathers up really well. You can use this soap, add this to your self-care products. If you're trying to save money, look at this soap. You can smell the fragrance. Or if you don't want to use any fragrance at all, you can just leave it plain. That's another way to save money by not purchasing any of the essential oils or fragrances. And you can just leave it as shea butter, rose clay, and activated charcoal. And it rinses away clean. It does not leave your hands or your skin dry and tight.
Okay guys, this is the end of the video. If you like this content, make sure you hit the notification bell and subscribe. And until then, be blessed.